Guys. So we're going to create our mini posters using software called Lucidpress.com. Lucidpress is a desktop publishing software. There are lots of other ones of Adobe and other companies out there, but this one should work on your Chromebooks. So you may have to sign up. I don't know. That's something we'll have to test in class, but for now, you may have to log in. So in my case, this will be this. And because I've been there before, I already have password in there, so we'll just log in. Let's see, it takes a moment. All right, so you'll see this. You can see that there's a whole bunch of different templates. We won't be using that so much. If you want to look through them, you're welcome to look through them. Some of them you have to pay for, some of them are included in this free account. I'll hit blank here, and that gives you basically just your open blank screen that you're going to be using. Okay, so the first thing you have to notice with making a poster like we are is the size that we're going to be working is letter. It's 8.5 by 11. That's basically the regular paper size that you see in a photocopier. So that's this one here. You see a whole bunch of other standard paper sizes, but for me to be able to print them in color for you guys, we're going to stick with just the regular 8.5 and 11 by 11. That's why I decided to do the mini poster rather than a full-size poster. Orientation, you can choose this. If you want it to be landscape, you can make it landscape, or you can make it portrait. This is called portrait. Don't worry about spreads. Don't worry too much about headers or footers. So I just really quickly want to show you a few things. First of all, if you want to make a text box, the T here that shows text box, you click on it. You have headings, you have subheadings, you have body text, and one that's called lorem ipsum, which basically has kind of like lorem ipsum is a fake text, or Latin maybe it might be. But it's basically if you want to show what it looks like for something, it's kind of like this gobbledygook, and it just helps you get information, something, piece of text there, so you can see what it's going to look like. But we're not going to use that, so I'm going to delete that. So I just clicked on it, and I'm just going to hit the delete, or on a Chromebook it might be backspace. Anyway, I'm going to grab just regular body text, blank, and then here I can just I can write whatever I want, and that's super small, so I can't really see this very well. So I'm going to highlight it by clicking on it, and you can also do that by holding down Shift, and then clicking the start, clicking where you want it to end, and then hold Shift down and click where to start, and you highlight the whole thing. Then you can go up here. The reason why it's so small is because it's 11 points. So let's make those points a little bigger and see. You can start to see the difference. So it gives you a little preview. And you can see it also cut it off here. That means that I need to make the text box a little bit bigger in order to read the whole thing. So that's what I'm doing here. Again, I can highlight that text, and I can, for instance, change the, what did I just do? Let me do that. Let's do that again. So I can highlight this and look for a different font. There's some cool fonts. Let's grab this one here. I can even make that a little bigger. Let's make it here like this. And then now, first of all, I want to make this text box bigger so you can read the whole thing. There we go. And we can make it the width of the whole thing. And now I don't like it because it's all the way on the left. I don't want that. I might want it in the middle, or I might want it on the right, or maybe I want it just justified. So these are all different things you can do to text. If you wanted to make it bold, italic, all that stuff's up here. Um, if I move it around, I can move this whole text box around. See that? And then you see every now and then there's a little blue vertical line appear. That means that you're right smack in the middle, which might be useful if you want to center your poster design. It will tell you exactly where the center line is, so that's good. Then if I want to, I can give maybe the background a little color. I can do that with one of these shapes. There might be different ways to do it. But for now, we have this shape here. I can make that bigger. Let's make it the width of this as well. Let's give it a color. You see this fill, you can give it, I don't know, I can make it orange. If I wanted to have it a borderline, I can make this thicker and it gets more of a borderline. See that? I don't really want that particularly. And then I can move this up here, and what you'll see, it covers the text because it's over top of the text right now. So if I want it to be under the text, then I can go here to arrange, and you can see here it says send to the back, and there I send it straight all the way to the back. So now the text is over top of that orange rectangle I have there. Next thing, if you want to add a picture, because what I'd like you guys actually to do is maybe draw a picture, take a picture of it on your phone and send it to yourself. Then you can include it in here. I already have one here, but I'm going to show you how I got that there. So if I go here to, I can go to my images. Let's see, hit manage here. You see that image that I already uploaded. I can upload a different one. I can go here to my, let's see, I can go to images. I have under pictures here. Let's get the dabbing chicken. We'll add the dabbing chicken to it. There we go. Now I need to click on that and I hit insert. And then you'll see it appear there. And again, I can move that around. You see that middle line somewhere here. So if I want it centered, I can have it there. And this too, I can make bigger or smaller or however I want to. I could also move it over here if I want to. I have more text over here. So let's grab that lorem ipsum text here. If I want to, I could put that over here, maybe, you know. If I wanted to have a little extra text over here, I can do that. Or make it longer like that. You can align things like this. If you want to align something like from the top or the bottom, say I want the top of this text to be sort of at the top of the picture here. If I highlight this one and hold shift down, I highlight the other thing, then I can go on to arrange here. And I should be able to align objects here. You see that? So I can align it at the top. And now the text is at the same height as the top of the text is at the same height as the top of the picture. You can play around with stuff like that. You can center it that way, etc. Or you can just move it back again. A lot of times if you hit both of these together, you can also, if you use your two fingers on your mouse pad, you can get the menu you normally get when you right click, and you can group things together so that these two now are linked together. And by the same way, you can also ungroup it. If you want this, if you get sick of things accidentally moving, you can also do the same thing. You can lock it, so you can lock this, and now it's not possible to move this anymore. Now this is stuck here until you unlock it. Wherever that is. There we go. So now you can move it around again. So those are a few basics. Obviously, you can do a lot more. Play around with it. Ask me if you have any questions. Sometimes, if you really don't know it, and I don't know it either, go to YouTube and look for Lucidpress. If you, here, let's do this. We'll go here. We'll say YouTube. And here, how do I align Lucidpress? And here, there you go. You immediately get a YouTube video showing you how to do things. So if you can't figure it out, you can ask me, but another option is always to go onto YouTube. There are always tutorials about anything how you want to do stuff. So I would say when you have your project idea ready and you've got a rough sketch, then you are welcome to start this up. Like I said, I don't know if you need to create register with Lucidpress or if you can just use it, but we'll get to that when we start class. All right, have fun with it.